Hey guys, it's Chandra, and it's Super Bowl Sunday, which I am not watching, obviously. I am crafting. I made this mini album for Ashley, and I will be mailing this out to her sometime this week. I would say Monday, but you know, my lazy butt doesn't want to go to the post office on a Monday. So maybe Tuesday, maybe Wednesday, I don't know, sometime this week. But I wanted to show you guys the album. And I used the Me and My Big Ideas. Oh, I don't know. Where's the name of the album? I don't know what the name of the album is, but this is the paper that I used. And she wanted an album to put her father's stuff in because he passed away some time ago, I guess. And she wanted an album like that. And the reason why I picked this paper is because it had Let Your Heart Wander, Memories Become Our Stories, a bunch of different words in here about remembering and trusting the timing in your life, laughing, favorite memories, new day, stuff like that. So I thought that this would make a great album for that. So I did a 5.5 by 7.5 cover with a 2-inch spine, and I did something different because the darn paper was cracking, so I put ribbon that matched the paper on the side here. And the pages are 5 by 7. They're simple pages. They flip open like this, and this one flips up like that, and again this is 5 by 7 here. And of course there's tags in each one of them. These tags, I have the measurements somewhere. I don't know. These tags are, this tag is 4 3/4 by 6 3/4. Alright, and Lord. And then it comes back here with this library style pocket that I learned from somebody on YouTube. And so one of these tags is 6 3/4 by 4, and the other one is 4 3/4 by 5.5. And I just decorated them as I always do with the leftovers from the paper after making the album. So there are 6 pages that are exactly the same. So I'm going to show you how to do that now. Okay. Alright, so here's the measurements for the paper that you need. As always, I'll give them to you. And I'm going to get my ruler out. I have centimeters, okay? And I think that's what most people use. I think, right? Alright, so I'm going to give you inches first, and then I'll go through and give you centimeters in case you're not in North America. Alright, so you need a 6 by 10 sheet, a 9 by 7, a 5 by 6, and a 5 by 8. That's inches. So, centimeters. Oh man, see, this is why I don't like centimeters. Look at this. You see that? Like, what's the dashes? It's 12. How many are in there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 dash lines in between each. So that's 12 and 6/10 of a centimeter. And then this one is 20 and 3/10 of a centimeter. This is why I don't use centimeters, okay? But I thought I would try giving you guys measurements that like it, that need centimeters. This one is 12 and 7/10 centimeters by 15 and 6/10 centimeters. This is 25 and 4/10 centimeters by 15 and 2/10 centimeters. And the last measurement is 17 and 7/10 and 22 and 9/10 centimeters. Okay, I hope that works. Alright, so back to inches, what I know. Alright, so the 10 by 6 side, the 10-inch side across the top, and you're going to score at 4 inches. You're going to rotate it so that the 6-inch side is at the top. You're going to score at 1/2 inch and at 5.5. Okay, so the 9x7 piece, you're going to stick it in so the 9-inch side is at the top, and you're going to score at 5 inches. And as you can tell, I gave up on the centimeters. And the 5x6, you're going to stick it in, the 6-inch side is at the top, and you're going to score at 1/2 inch. And the 8x5, what is this? Because I didn't write the measurements down. Oh, you're going to stick it in so that the 8-inch side is at the top, and you're going to score at 1/2 inch and at 7.5. I don't know, people. I don't know. I remember in school they said that they were going to start doing the metric system because everybody was going to go to the metric. And then, like, 1 year we stopped using it. I'm just folding on my score marks and varnishing down. This is close, or no, this is Stampin' Up! Paper, so it's pretty darn thick. So I'm just trying to reinforce the folds here, which is a lot harder to do. There's more cracking on the thicker paper than there is the other paper I normally use. So the base page is going to be this, forgot. The 9-inch by 7-inch that we scored at 5. This is going to be the base page. So I'm going to flip it over so that this little part is on the left. And I'm going to take the piece that was 5x8. I'm going to apply score tape on the 1/2 inch flaps. And then I'm going to apply that to the back of that. And that's going to be what we stick our tag in, and also what you attach the page to the hinge. And on this book that I made, I actually tried out the Stack the Deck hinge. And while I like it, I don't like the 1/4 or the 3/4 inch flap, because that takes away more space inside your page. So if I were to do it again, I wouldn't use a 3/4 inch flap like Laura designs it. I think I would use a 1/2 inch because that's what I'm used to. Alright, so here's the page, and the flap is like this. So the next piece that we're going to mess with is the 5x6 piece that we scored at 1/2 inch. I'm going to apply the score tape on this 1/2 inch flap. I'm going to miter my corners just so that when I mat, it looks better. I'm going to stick it on this 5x7 piece here on the left. You know, to each its own. I am reinforcing the fold here with that flap down. So you can have this flap down like this, or you can have the page like that. Whichever way you do, you might have to just refold so that it encompasses the bulk of the album. You know? And I'm going to flip it over, and I'm going to apply this pocket to the back. So what I'm going to do first is I'm going to cut a V and cut this line out here on both sides. So I'm cutting towards the 2 fold marks like this. And I'm cutting out a little triangle. Okay, so you see that on both sides. Now, these flaps are going to go up, but I'm going to fold this back. So if these flaps were here, I'm folding those back, and then I'm folding these up to the front like this. I'm going to apply score tape on these, and then I'm going to peel it off. I'm going to fold this part up. I'm going to make sure that I'm lined up on both sides, because I don't want this fold to be, and there we go. So now I'm flipping it over to the 1/2 inch flaps on the back. And I am removing the tape backing, and I am applying it onto the back of the page. And that is, you want to glue the bottom of the page together. And I want to thank Emily for sending me this fine liner, and I just stuck regular pH neutral PVA glue in it. I think it's just like white glue, I think is what people say it is. So you just use a little bit on the bottom And there is your album page. I hope you like it. Again, Emily, thank you for the fine liner. I'm loving it. And I hope everybody has a good day. Bye.